It's your daily dose of Donna. Happy Monday, May 15th. We are officially in the middle of this month. I don't understand how it's happening. Happy Mother's Day for all of you mothers yesterday. I hope you had a fantastic day. We did. We had a fun day. We went to a country club here in like the Encino, Tarzana area, and I got to sit right next to Whitney Port. Remember Whitney Port from the Hills? She was sitting right next to us at the table with her whole family. Now, let me just tell you, I'm not supposed to like judge on looks. She's beautiful. That girl is as skinny as this pen. She's tiny, tall, super, super tall, very, very slim. But she was very cute and her family was so cute. And we have a big conversation coming up. And don't you worry, I'm here live on TikTok. We're talking all about Real Housewives today. We've got some good conversations, but before I get into it, I want to jump in with Ilya. Ilya is the sponsor of Daily Dose of Donna, Ilya Wines. A beautiful, beautiful creator of these wines. Layla Joy is amazing. I'm going to actually be on her podcast this week, but I got to talk to her last week, and we drank this all weekend, you guys, when we had friends over. That's why this is an empty bottle, because I'm waiting for my new shipment. Ilya.com, and we're extending the Mother's Day promo, the 20% promo. So make sure to go to Ilya.com and use the code DAILY20 for 20% off on all your wines. And everyone that is drinking it says it's lovely. And if you watch my episode with Lance, my husband, over the weekend, we did a Vanderpump Rules trivia episode. If you haven't listened to it, you should. It's pretty funny. And we were drinking it the entire time. And Lance got like a nice little buzz from it. Okay, we are going to have some good conversations about all of this. What's going on? My sound is off on TikTok. I don't know why. But I have to keep going here. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, a few things. Number one, I got a DM from someone who I love and adore. And she's like, I have watched all of season 10 of Vanderpump Rules, but I have not watched the old episodes. And I need to know, do I need to, she's like, I want to know the backstory. Her exact text to me said this, and this is what I'm going to ask you guys, you dosers. I need to know from you. Please tell me, do you think I need to do an episode where I break down stuff like this? This is her question. Okay, let me find the text. It said this. It said, hi, can I make a doser request as we're coming up to the finale of Vanderpump? Can you do some context catch-up for those of us who aren't hardcore VPR watchers, i.e., WTF is up with the Rachel Raquel thing? Why does she have two names? Number two, why does Lala hate Schwartz so much? Number three, remind us of the history of Tom Sandoval and Ariana. Number four, how was Raquel portrayed back when she was engaged to James, et cetera, et cetera. Do you guys want me tomorrow to do an episode where I really break down kind of like the history of Vanderpump Rules to get to us where we are for Wednesday's finale? I am so down to do an episode like that tomorrow. So let me know. Leave it in the comments here on TikTok or on YouTube if you're watching, or shoot me a DM on Instagram at This Is Donna Bowling. And let's like do a Vanderpump kind of rehash before the finale. We can even do that on Wednesday, like to kind of get us ready for the finale. I spent my weekend watching some old episodes just because they were on Bravo. Bravo's so smart. They're constantly putting on new episodes. I mean, older episodes now. And like every time you watch it, you're just like, wow. And I mentioned it on Saturday's episode, and this was trippy. Tom Sandoval used to be with Kristen Doty. He ended up breaking up with Kristen because he started hooking up with Ariana, even though he was, deny that he and Ariana had anything before. But Kristen was finding things in the phone, and Kristen was kind of understanding some of the stuff, or like getting a vibe. Because usually when there's smoke, there's fire. And if you have a feeling your husband is cheating on you with someone, just saying. But anyway, he says in one of the interviews, and this is something that I mentioned on Saturday, but he said, I just feel like Kristen is annoyed with my presence. Well, what do you think he just said about Ariana 2 episodes ago? I just feel like Ariana's like annoyed of my presence. The only difference is that he has long hair, a douchey mustache, and white nails, and the lightning bolt necklace. So, he's done it before. He'll do it again. Now, Sarah from Jeff Lewis Obsessed was at the Sandoval show. the Tom Sandoval and the Most Extra show on Friday, and she confirmed that he said, Raquel is not for me. I want to know what's going on with Tom and Raquel. Like, how do we find out? And I know that we've been going back and forth about this, but I actually believe that he is not going to be with her. I think he's too concerned for his image, and he knows being with her is not a good look for him. So now we're hearing Raquel is hot for me or Raquel is not for me. I mean, these are the things that are keeping us up at night. That's what I want answered at the reunion, but it won't be. Now, Ariana is going to be on Watch What Happens Live this week on Wednesday night. I mean, are we so excited for this week? This is how I feel about it. It's like it's like a trip, like a very important vacation. You're so excited, but you're also like ready for it to be over because it feels so tiring, right? The way that we want to know everything but it's also like, I just need it to be over already. Like the anxiety of it. Everyone is questioning everything. Okay. Let's talk about a new show today. Let's talk about the new Real Housewives of New York. 2 huge Real Housewives of New York, big, bombshells got dropped today. Number 1, we are officially moving forward with Real Housewives of the next Real Housewives girls trip is going to be the legacy Real Housewives of New York girls. Now, it's not all of them. It's not exactly who I would have hoped for. So I need to know from you guys how you feel about the following cast. I think we can all agree that Luann, Sonia, Dorinda, and Ramona, all stars, legacy, can't do a show without them, right? Those 4 have to be in the show. Here are the 2 that are a little bit off for me. Kelly Ben-Simone. The way that girl triggers me and like she's so annoying to watch. Now, this was years ago. This was for the original Scary Island episodes. Go to sleep. I can't. She's just cringe. She cringes me out. And like, I don't want to be mean about her because we haven't seen her, but I guess you need someone like her to kind of like create the drama. But the other one, and then we'll get into the Bethany of it all. The other one was Kristen Taekman. Kristen Taekman, if you don't remember who she is, that's a sign. Kristen Taekman was on the show for I think 2 seasons. What was her business? She was married to a guy that ended up he was on Ashley Madison or something. Like basically that was the original like cheating website, ashleymadison.com. Kristen she had like nail polish? She was a model, but there was like a nail polish situation. Let's look it up. Kristen Taekman. I mean, I'm sure now she has a whole other kind of thing, but yeah, she's very pretty, blonde woman. She was married to a guy, still married, I believe. His name is Josh. Yeah, they have 2 children. She has a podcast, or she used to have a podcast called Not Basic Blonde. I mean, there's nothing about that is not basic. I mean, that's the most basic name, right? Not basic. Not Basic Blonde. Yeah, she was a model. Nothing she did that was that exciting, except for the fact that Ramona threw a glass at her in like some sort of boating situation by the Berkshires. Do you remember that? Kristen is so boring to me, so I'm kind of confused. Someone on TikTok is asking, what's the wine? Ilia.com, IYLIA.com. Use code DAILY20 for 20% off. It ships right to your door. It's bomb.com. Okay. I'm so confused by the Kristen Taekman, and I'm so confused by the Kelly. Kelly makes a little bit more sense to me, but to put Kelly on the show without Bethany. Now, apparently, Bethany did get asked to go back, and she said, give me a number to Andy. And he gave her a number that she technically could refuse. So Bethany will not be on the show. I'll tell you something. Get Bethany off TikTok. Whatever gets Bethany off of TikTok will make me happy. It's probably an unpopular opinion because lots of people love Bethany. Why is this so high today? I have to make it lower. So many people love Bethany, but like, get Bethany off TikTok for me. Bethany has been all up on the TikToks. TikTokies, right? There was a TikTok that someone, we've talked about this before, that she's blocked me. But when I saw on Twitter that she did a 3-minute TikTok talking about salaries for Real Housewives. And for the entire 3 minutes, she's putting on blush. Tell me you have seen this TikTok. Guys, hold on, I want to adjust this. Guys, it was unbelievable. Clown, okay? She starts putting on this crazy blush and it's bright. And then she calms it down and she's like, okay, now I don't look like a clown. And then she puts more on. 3 minutes long of a get ready with me video and it's just blush. It's unbelievable. It's like confusing. Now, don't dare give her a mean comment. Not even mean comment. Don't even say like, hey, that's too much blush. She'll block you. She's the queen of blocking. Okay, so we don't do that. And she didn't say, yes, she didn't say anything that was new. She didn't say anything interesting. Here's the problem with Bethany, and we've said this before and I'll say it again. She is incredibly delusional about her status, about everything she's done for the world. She literally thinks she's the best and the most amazing at everything. And here's the thing, she is amazing at a lot of things. She's really good at a lot of things. But if you're so good at something, why do you have to say it? I'm like of the believer, like, you know how they say rich people are quiet? Let's be a little bit more quiet, huh? Let people make that decision for themselves. So if Bethany was back on Real Housewives, it would be a nightmare because I don't think anyone can stand her. And she's just so controversial. She also talks so much crap. I don't even need to get into it. We don't need to make this episode about Bethany. Kristen Takeman is a no for me. I'm shocked by it. I'd rather Aviva with a leg. I'd rather Aviva with a leg than Kristen Takeman. Kristen Takeman is Blasville. It's like the girl that put a spoon in her pizza. Remember that, you guys? Remember the girl that had like she was an admitted eating disorder and she baked a pizza and put a spoon in it? Like cutlery in it on the show? I mean, who else would you put on if you had to make Jill? Jill is Jules. Jill is good TV. I want Jill on my TV show. Why is Jill Zara not there? Is it money? Did she really say no to money? Who else do you think that you would have wanted on that? Thank God Leah's not on it. Can't stand. Alex, we're already seeing her on Girls Trip, this next Girls Trip. Who would it be? Is there anyone that we're missing? Carol Radziwill. How would we feel about Carol on Girls Trip? Probably boring, right? She's kind of boring TV. What did Bethany say on her TikTok today? Oh, she said it's not enough money on her TikTok? Okay, Bethany. So anyway, so I'm excited to see that. I like it. I actually think it's a good idea for it to be a girls trip because it's not going to be some long drawn out season. It's going to be a couple of weeks of them just getting hammered and falling apart. You know, not Luann, of course, but maybe the rest of them. Hopefully it will be good and not boring. The new updated Real Housewives of New York just dropped their trailer today. Okay, just today, it dropped their trailer. I just posted about it in the Daily Dose of Donna Facebook group, so make sure that you've joined. We are 200 members strong. We're growing every day over on Daily Dose of Donna, the Facebook group. And let me just tell you my thoughts on Real Housewives of New York. Have you guys seen the new – oh, yeah, Tinsley. Someone mentioned Tinsley. Tinsley would have been a great addition. Smart tinkadink. Okay, Real Housewives of New York, the new season, the new cast. My first thought when I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, we are getting, doesn't even feel like a Real Housewives. It feels very kind of young and modern. But then as I watched the trailer, I'm like, I kind of feel like I will watch this. I feel like it's a good, beautiful cast, diverse, young, looks like some of them are highly successful. Maybe some are just, stay at home. I hate putting the word just. Some of them are stay at home moms. Some of them are career women like Jenna Lyons. I believe Jenna it looked like Jenna is a lesbian. So I think that we have some married to men, we have some gay, we have some straight, we have some they've checked all the boxes. Okay. They've checked all the boxes and it looks like they travel and it looks like they party and it looks like they look good and they're fashionable and they're rich. And it's kind of like what we want to see from Real Housewives of New York, right? So I will absolutely give it a shot. I know some people are so stuck on this like old, but then they watch the old Real Housewives and they're bored by it. So I am so down for a new one. Okay, one comment says, I am mad at Ramona. Do not be mad at me. I'm sick of Ramona. Don't be mad at me. How can I be mad at you? I'm not mad at you. We're allowed to feel however. This is what this Daily Dose of Donna is like. Let's all bring in our opinions about everything. Here are my thoughts on Ramona. I can't stand her, and I'm obsessed with her at the same time. Obsessed with her. I find that she is, she doesn't give a flying F. And there is something very, very, what's the word? Refreshing about that. In a world of constantly offended people, I like the personality trait sometimes. I don't know if I can be that way, but I can definitely get on that level at some points because I say what's on my mind and it gets me in trouble sometimes. But I like that she just doesn't give an F and says what's on her mind. If you listen to Ramona's podcast, she has a podcast with her daughter, Turtle Time with Avery. And I will say something. You see a side of her that you don't see on the shows, and that is a humble side. And it's a side like Avery can put her in her place, right? Jill, Bethany, Luann, Sonia, everyone's tried to put her in her place in past seasons, and like no one, it never works. But her daughter can say one thing like, Mom, stop saying that, or Mom, I don't like that you're saying that. And immediately she's like, okay, you're right. I'm sorry. Like Jill Zarin, I'm sorry. It's interesting. Okay, wait. Everyone's saying exactly. Oh, Ramona is good TV, but it's at everyone else's expense and it verges on bullying. So here's another take on this, okay? Here's a reframe on this. I think that some people are easy targets on these shows, okay? Some people's personalities just lead to being easy targets. It's people that give reactions. It's people that are, very kind of like unfiltered. And Ramona is that. They know that they can get a reaction out of her. And I feel like she gets put into situations a lot where, and I'm not saying that she's great. Like, here's the thing. I can't stand people, for example, that are mean to servers at like restaurants. If you're at a restaurant and someone is mean to a server, that says so much about who they are. Oh my God, exactly as I said that. One of the comments from Sandy says, I don't like the way she is with service people. That's 100%. I've ended a friendship over this, you guys. I was friends with someone who literally was such a B to waitresses and waiters, like waving her hand in front of them and like getting mad at them for things they didn't do wrong. I will lose friendships over this. It is so disgusting because if you're going to act that way to someone who is serving you, then you're acting that way to anyone. And it's such a bad vibe and such a bad look. So this is a part about Ramona that I don't like. I don't like the way she is with the staff at these hotels. You know how she has them come and like fold for her or hang her clothes for her or treat her like a queen. I don't like that. I wouldn't want to be friends with Ramona. I wouldn't want Ramona to be in my circle. But I like watching her on TV. Because listen, think about it. We don't want to watch people that are perfect and nice all the time, do we? Like, think about a character on TV who was just nice. It's silent because they're not on TV for long. It doesn't work, right? Like if you're not on TV, if you are on Real Housewives or on any of these shows and you're just kind and you're sweet and you're perfectly, calm and you're like zen and all that, you're boring TV, right? Tell me who is in that atmosphere, in that arena that isn't somewhat controversial or polarizing or bitchy at times. You gotta be. And they know they're making a TV show. So I appreciate all the shady sides of all of them. I appreciate, when they act like silly and when they're kind of rude, because I don't have to deal with it personally. Right? The Bravo Mom. Hey. Okay. I'm actually fascinated by women that are nice and come across as perfect like a unicorn. Okay. But who has done that on any of these shows that has stuck around and that has stayed on the show and like has been a fan favorite for years and years and years? I want to know. Yeah. Number one, none of us are perfect. Like if cameras followed me, Well, what would they see? I'm very nice to people that like at restaurants. I'm very nice to like when I go into a store. I've never really been mean unless someone's mean to me, which sometimes people are mean to us and then we have no choice but to kind of be mean back. You would probably be like, Donna is what would you think about me if you saw cameras about me? You would probably think that I was a little bit of a tough mom, if I'm going to be 100%. You would think I would be. So, but okay, so Sandy just said Ariana from Vanderpump Rules is nice and good. No, she's not. She's actually not. This season, we're seeing a side of her that is nice and good. But if you watch past seasons, that girl was a bee. Like she was tough. She was mean in those first seasons. If you rewatch Tom and Ariana when they first got together, she was not kind. Right? Yeah. So all of us have, like, we all have those sides of us, and that makes it good TV. And if you're boring, and if you're slow, and if you're calm, and if you're sweet, you ain't getting ass back. Even remember, okay, this is like a hot take, but remember Real Housewives of OC, Lydia? When you guys are saying unicorn, that's what I think about because she always had the sparkles. Like she just used to throw sparkles in the air like glitter. She would like throw glitter. Lydia with her like crazy druggy mom, her like very high mom has like she came in there as like kumbaya, my friends, kumbaya. It was horrible TV. And then she tried to like kind of get into it with everyone and no one wanted it from her. Like no one was really into it. She was one season and then gone and then another season and then gone. People don't want nice on TV. We think we want nice. We don't want nice. Now, speaking of nice, Jewish matchmaking. That's the show that you can go watch. So sweet. Love Jewish matchmaking. But on the Real Housewives, we need a little bit of cattiness. So, do I like the new girls of Real Housewives? I said it earlier on the show. Yes, the Real Housewives of New York, new girls seem fantastic. I need to do some deep diving, though, in the cast. Do you know a lot about them? Do you guys know who they are? I want to know, like, other than Jenna Lyons, who was the J. Crew, CEO, I don't really know a lot of those girls. Let's do some deep diving. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up this episode in just a moment. But remember, let me know right now in the comments here if you guys want me to do a Vanderpump, like what you need to know before you get into the finale episode tomorrow. Before you get into the finale episode of Daily Dose of Donna. Let me know if that's something you guys are interested. You can send it to your friends and family who don't know anything about Vanderpump Rules and don't understand why this is such a big deal. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my God. Yay, yay, yay. Welcome in. Make sure to follow if you're here on TikTok. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment on YouTube, and give me the bell, like put on the bell. If you guys are here, come on over to YouTube and say hi. And then, of course, if you're listening on the Apple Podcast app, I got such nice reviews over the weekend. You guys are really killing it with the reviews because when I ask for it, that's what I noticed. When I ask for it, you get what you ask for. Did you guys know that? Make sure to listen to my Vanderpump Rules trivia episode from yesterday with Lance, but I'll read one comment today and it says, favorite podcast from Jamie4822. She says, always look forward to Donna's show. Appreciate you. And then, of course, I'll just read Sandy because I think Sandy's here right now. She says, I love Donna. I need more dose. Well, here is your overdose of Daily Dose of Donna. My Apple podcast is called Daily Dose of Donna, and we will see you guys tomorrow, 5 days a week. Bye.